you guys know that pregnancy is an experience and not just giving birth or pushing a baby out of you. You get drained physically, emotionally, psychologically, but where mine was unique because I was drained. It was over for me. I felt like the world is yani, I just wanted it to swallow me alive. You dig what I'm saying? Do I actually regret getting pregnant? No, I do not regret. I just wish that I had a better experience. My experience was pretty traumatic. It was hell. So I'm here to share it with you guys. I hope you'll enjoy. Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. If it's your first time seeing this beautiful must-hide redhead, please don't make it your last by hitting that subscribe button. It is free. The subscriptions are free, so don't be shy. Just hit it. One, you've hit it. Thank you. Thank you. So for today's video, you guys, for today's story time, it's all about the traumatic experiences that I had during my pregnancy. Well, let me tell you one thing. Everyone's pregnancy is different, right? So even mine was different in a bad way. So I do not regret all this. Maybe it was making me to be a strong person. Unajua mipango ya Mungu hatuyajui. So let's get into this story. If you have watched the other video, you'll be able to link this up. If you have not watched, please go watch it. Thanks. You can pause, then you go watch it. But thanks, Junaju shall watch. So for this, you remember I had gone through therapy thanks to my mom. Well, now that I have accepted that I am pregnant, that I will be a teenage mother, that I will not be going out, that I will have to pause school for some time. Even not most of my friends knew that I was pregnant because I was keeping this 100% secret. Only my small circle and a few people knew that I was pregnant. So after accepting everything, after coming to terms with everything, I finally talked to my mom and I told her that I want to go to my grandmother's place. My grandmother lives in Ngong Hills, actually, to be specific. So it's quite a remote place. It is nice for relaxing, fresh air, the trees, chicken that I'm going to eat, cows that are going to give me milk, and everything nice. Everything nice. So luckily some of my cousins were also there to keep me company. I really felt love from them, from my mom's side of the family when I went there, even from my dad's side of the family. But I just felt like, they were like, okay, it has happened, we still love you. All my family members are like that, right? So this one evening I called my cousin. Her name is Jackie. Shout out to her. We are boys with that cousin of mine. So finally I call her and I tell her, hi, see, let me go shower, then we are going to go up the hill, just kidogo, we just chill. It's a wonderful view. You can see Nairobi, you can see Uhuru Park, you can see Giraffe Center, you can see everything when you're on top of that hill. The view is, oh my god, the view is, oh my god. So I just wanted to chill there, to feel the breeze, to disconnect myself from bad energies, from I don't know what, from the stress that's coming to hit me. That was just me. So she was good, she was nice enough. We went, we chilled. But then remember, it is this Kamblima. But then me, I'm a baby girl. When I was pregnant, I couldn't even carry a thermos. Na bebea nani? Me, I only had my tea and my samosa. You gotta take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself, like literally. So me, I couldn't do hard work, especially when I was at my grandmother's place. God knows, I loved that. I just love her for free. So my cousin and I, we went up the hill. We are chilling, everything nice. So fast forward to this night. So this night, me and my sister were sleeping in one bed because tulikuwa tumejaa. But the bed was big enough. But the both of us will fit comfortably. So it was around midnight. I was still talking to some of my friends. I was not asleep. The close friends. I'm distancing myself for everyone because of this shame. So I was talking to this friend of mine. I started feeling a little bit wet. and this is not the normal wet. So when I went to the loo, I just peed and I thought it was normal. So I came back. Then after like 10 more minutes, it was more. Let's call it water. This water was more. So I thought I was peeing, then I went to my grandmother. But then at this time, it was more to a point that I had to change my underwear, you know. So I went to my grandmother. She told me, "Oh, you're going to be okay." It's at the middle of the night. I felt like I was disturbing her, but I just felt the need of telling her what was happening. So I just went to the washroom, you know, the hack that us ladies do. You just wrap a lot of tissue because at this point you're not even thinking of pads. It was the best time of my life. So I just wrapped tissue, and 5 minutes later this tissue is already full. So I was like, no, you know what, this is normal. I went to my grandmother and I told her this and this has happened. I went back to my phone, told this friend of mine, because we didn't have Wi-Fi in Oshago. So I told this friend of mine, hi, please Google this and this and that. But then when he Googled, we didn't actually get whatever I was looking for. So my other option was I texted Taji's dad just to tell him, hi, this and this, I don't feel like it's normal. But then he was asleep at that time. I didn't want to call him because I didn't want him to panic, because ni wale wenye atashindwa tu like, what's wrong, are you okay? So I finally go to the toilet for like the third time, but then this time I don't even have my pants on. I just have an oversized t-shirt on. When I went to the loo, kumbe my grandmother was awake and she had called my other aunt. So when my other aunt came, she knocked the door and she was like, hi, are you okay? I told her, yeah, I'm fine. What are you doing? I'm peeing. For how long have you been there? 5 minutes. Then she was like, where? Ebu toka. So when I got out, I wasn't able to stop it. Like, you see the way unaweza kaza mkojo usikojoin. But then me, I wasn't able to do that. And I started wondering why. So when I went to the bedroom, I found my grandmother and my aunt, and now me, and my sister was dead asleep. I don't know how the hell she didn't hear any noise. So all of a sudden, inamwagika kumwagika, and then it doesn't have any smell. It's like water. But then it was my water that had broken, but I didn't know that. Even them, maybe they didn't know that it's my water that had broken at this point. So I am so tensed up. My aunt is praying. My grandmother has gone to wake up my grandfather, and I'm like, Auntie, why are you praying? What is happening? What is happening? And I had even started crying. Oh my God, I'm even getting emotional. But here we don't do that. We are stronger than we think. You get what I'm saying? So my aunt is praying. I'm like, what is happening? Everything is going to be fine. You get what I'm saying? So now my aunt gave me a sanitary towel. I put it, and I also put on a dera. I didn't want to wear a lot of things. So as we are going to the hospital downhill, I'm like, oh my God, is this the last time? Am I going to die? Is my baby going to die? You know, all these things are coming to my mind. I didn't want to think the worst, but then me, I'd rather think the worst. You know, if it happens, I won't be disappointed. So we go to one of the hospitals, the nearest hospital. We explain to them my situation, and they're like, we don't have the facilities that will help this girl. And they didn't have that equipment, because I had a feeling that I was supposed to be done an emergency CS. Mtoto angetolewa at that point. So they didn't have, so we went to the other nearest hospital, which is like 20 minutes away. So when we went there, finally they were able to help. Nikapatiwa the gowns for the hospital. I'm given the gown, and now immediately I have to go to the gynecologist. So this gynecologist, he was just a man, just a big one. Then he comes, he tells me, sit on that chair. It was kind of elevated. So, and then he tells me, ati panua miguu. Then me, I'm like, okay, first of all, hujaisema vizuri. Second of all, why the hell? You know, I wasn't used to now all this, but now I understand that mficha uchi hazai, where's zana trouser? You get what I'm saying? So he finally sees, and then I hear him tell another nurse in a low tone that cervix imefunguka, imedilate like 2 centimeters. Then he asks me, are you in pain? Then I'm like, no, I'm not in pain. I'm not feeling anything. Did you even have a little pain? Then I'm like, no. So all this time, my water ndio ilikuwaga inamwagika. And you know, at this point the child is at a greater risk. So what they were supposed to do, I was supposed to be given, I supposed to have an emergency C-section, of which I did not know. You know, no one was telling me at this point. I was confused, as I was confused, and you know, at the same time no one is telling me anything. Kumbe this condition that I had was actually rare. So later on, one of my aunts came in, told me that actually they have been looking for doctors, or rather hospitals, that can accommodate me. So when they found, it was so expensive, so damn expensive. And you know, at this point I'm not fully the my mother's insurance card cannot fully support my needs, because I'm 18 plus, you get. So what the doctor suggested is that I take a bed rest. So for the last 3 months of my almost 3 months of my pregnancy, I was in bed, in and out of hospital, in and out of hospital. I had worn a pad for all that time. It was so tiresome. I have never hated sanitary towels as much as I did on that time. So at this time, my friends, some of my friends, you know, the close friends that I had told that I was actually pregnant, they are coming to see me at hospital. My family members, I had visitors every day. I am so thankful for them. They stood beside me, you know, God bless. Yani, it was so hectic that I was actually posting pictures on Instagram, because how the hell am I going to tell people? Like, you can't go tell everyone, hi, I'm in hospital because of this and this and that. Hi, it's not something to be proud of, you get. So my phone is misbehaving. So at this point, most people thought I actually had COVID, yeah. So this went on and on. You know, this week I'll be admitted in hospital. It was so boring. You know, before I really wanted to be admitted, just because, you know, I used to see my mom when she was admitted, maybe because of a minor surgery or something, angepatiwa, she'll eat chicken, mokimo, you know, nice beef, nini nini. Hmm. It was not the same for me. I was dying, because what are you doing throughout the day? And then yani, I hate hospitals because of that. So one week I'd be admitted in hospital, the other week I'm at home. Yani, there was a time I would wake up. Now I had to come to my other shushu's place here in Nairobi. I won't mention where it is. So there was a time I would wake up and just find my bed sheet is so wet. So imagine when you see that, like me and my aunt, automatically we just take my career, we just take my towel, my sandals, nini, we are going to be admitted to the hospital. It was that bad. I was admitted like 3 4 times. So the last time that I was actually admitted is when I had false labor. It was so bad. Yani kanakuja tu dakika tatu kanaenda, kanakuja kanaenda. But anyway, it was so traumatic for me, and I would literally not wish it on anyone else. I was actually looking at my this one's my ultrasounds, and boy, I would not want to go back there. But anyway, guys, keep it locked, because I know you're not ready for the next one. The next one is how I gave birth and how it actually feels giving birth, detailed. So please subscribe, make sure you like, share, and comment. Mwah, I love you all.